Hey, Johnny and Heather.
Hey, Kyle.
Where's Spencer? He was here when I left.
That was 8 hours ago, buddy. His shift is over.
I've been gone that long? Wow. Then where's night shift?
They went on break.
Another teacher in need of help. I'm ready to transport.
Actually, Kyle, there's something we've been meaning to talk to you about.
Yeah, we have a team member who has been working really hard lately. He's starting to show signs of fatigue and his efficiency has gone down by 4%.
4%? That doesn't sound good.
And he routinely jumps from project to project without taking a break to refocus.
This team member really needs our help. He should take a break immediately. What's his name?
Kyle Pope.
Let's go to the wellness pod. I have just the device to help.
But what about the teacher?
Rachel can take care of it. Whoa!
Is this the device?
Yes, I've been working with R&D to combine elements of the holographic simulated classroom and the VR headset. I call it the Brain Break 5000.
What happened to the other 4,999?
Brain break? That sounds painful.
No. It's a machine that helps you refresh and refocus your mind. Just like a brain break in a classroom, only this one is in a virtual setting.
Oh!
I've programmed it to have a wide variety of settings and activities. The possibilities are almost endless. Put the glasses on and I'll show you how it works. Okay, here we go.
This is amazing.
It is so realistic.
Thank you. Now, let's start our brain break. I want you both to close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the rainforest.
Welcome to Launch Your Classroom. I'm Kyle Pope. Let me tell you something that you all know. Teachers are busy. Lesson planning, grading, classroom management, parent conferences, lunch duties, the list goes on and on. Sometimes this amount of work can become overwhelming, and you may find yourself thinking, I could use a break. And why not? Breaks are good. Think about how refreshed you feel after summer break, the holiday break, or even a nice long weekend. You come back to the classroom with new ideas, ready to tackle the challenges ahead. Now here's something you may not know. Students often feel just as busy as you do. Multiple subjects to learn, daily coursework, regular testing on material they just learned, extracurriculars, their list goes on and on too. What if I told you that you could give them a break? No, I'm not talking about the dreaded free day. I mean a brain break. Devoting a few minutes a day to an activity that's designed to allow students to disconnect from a lesson will allow them to reapproach the curriculum with a refreshed mind. So today on Launch Your Classroom, we're going to focus on how you can use brain breaks to increase student engagement and performance. Let's get started with a brain break that you can use in your next class.
20 minus 8. First, I'll have to borrow from the 2, which makes 10 minus 8.
Hi there. My students are taking a challenging unit test. They're using a lot of energy to focus on their work. I have a feeling they'll be a little sluggish when they're finished. Luckily, I have a fun and engaging activity planned that will help wake them up and get them excited about our next subject. All right, class. I see everyone is finished with their tests. Great work. We're gonna shake it off by playing a game. This brain break game is called I Am, You Are. Invite your students to leave their desks and sit or stand in a circle. Changing locations creates a distinct shift away from your content. Next, ask your students to choose an animal and create a gesture to go with it. I'll go first. Look, class, I am an elephant. This activity is lighthearted and funny, and clearly different from instructional time. Your brain break is already working the moment your students start moving, laughing, and using their imaginations. Go around the circle so that everyone can demonstrate their animal and gesture. Now, it's time for a game of call and response. Either ask for a volunteer to go first, or choose someone in celebration of their positive behavior. That student will follow the I am, you are format, like this.
I am a pigeon. You are a snake. Snake? Oh, that's me. I am a snake. You are a kangaroo.
Students have to pay attention so they will know when their animal is called out. This increases student focus and engagement. Encourage students to pass the call around the circle as many times as they can in a set period of time. Remind them to call on everyone, but also let them know that repeating an animal could catch someone off guard, which adds to the humor. Classmates will feel a sense of recognition when they are chosen by their peers.
And I'm an amoeba.
As Arthur demonstrated, you're limited only by your imagination. Try customizing this activity to your curriculum by acting as historical figures or literary characters. You can also modify the game for different age groups. For older students, eliminate the I am, you are language so they're only using a gesture and a sound. The added challenge will make the game more exciting and faster paced. As always, be sure to have effective procedures in place beforehand. That way, your students can safely shed their fatigue and return to your content feeling revived and motivated.
Many students and even some teachers mistakenly equate the term brain break with recess. While both provide students and teachers a respite from the normal routine of instruction, they are not the same thing. Brain breaks are chosen specifically so that students can refresh, refocus, and energize their minds in preparation for the next academic task. For this reason, setting behavior expectations for brain breaks is even more important than the ones you already have in place for recess and other less structured times. It's important that students can get the most out of these quick activities and move smoothly into the next lesson, ready to learn. Your behavior expectations may vary slightly depending on the type of brain break you are leading. For example, if students are having a dance break or another active brain break, such as I am, you are, it would be appropriate to teach and enforce a rule that every student must stay in their own space, at least an arm's length from others. However, when enjoying a stationary brain break, such as mental adventure, students are already in their own seats, making that particular rule unnecessary. In this case, it may be more fitting to go over expectations for active listening and general participation. Before teaching students a new brain break, take some time to inform them of your behavior expectations. Or even better, ask them to be a part of the discussion. Students will be excited to learn and experience a new brain break and will feel more invested in following procedures if they are included in setting the rules. Each time you transition between activities using a brain break, briefly rehearse the expectations you previously set to ensure students can get the full benefits of the brain break without disruption. Praise those students who follow your expectations and promptly correct or redirect those who do not. Remember, brain breaks can be fun and active. The structure you provide through establishing clear behavior expectations will help students reap the rewards of the brain break while saving you valuable time so you can move right into the next part of your lesson.
And open your eyes.
Great job, Heather. That was really relaxing.
Definitely. I'm already starting to feel more focused. Time to get back to it.
Not so fast. Computer, what is Kyle's current efficiency?
Kyle's efficiency level has risen by 2%. He is now at 98%. Not bad for a human.
Thanks, computer. Looks like you still need some more brain break time to get you back to 100%.
You're right. I do want to be at my best when helping out teachers.
Hey Heather, you said the Brain Break 5000 is programmed for a wide variety of settings and activities. Mind if I choose one?
Sure.
All right, let's put our glasses on. And there.
A beach. What a great idea.
Yeah, what do you have planned, Johnny? Some surfing? That requires a lot of focus.
No. The simulation seems to be missing something. Oh, here it is.
Neat. But what is it?
This is a Din Daiko.
What?
A Din Daiko. Here, let me show you. Now, put your arms out to your sides and mimic the motion of the drum.
Oh, I get it. Arm swings.
I love this brain break.
Sometimes we use brain breaks to energize our students at different points during the day. Other times, we use brain breaks to harness that energy in preparation for an upcoming activity. After all, transitions can be challenging for students. Some might need a confidence boost for your next task, while others might resist moving forward to something else. Other high-energy students will need an opportunity to settle into your new content. Let's look at some brain breaks that will motivate your students as they prepare for your next class activity. If your students are nervous about your new task, like a test or challenging new content, give them an inspirational brain break. A mental adventure can transport a student from your classroom for a few moments, giving them time to focus outward and move past any momentary anxiety. Consider sharing quick stories about inspirational figures that remind your students that we can all rise to challenges. Some students might even enjoy mimicking the moves of Olympic athletes or dancing like famous celebrities. Dynamic movement at their desks can make students feel stronger and more confident so they can tackle the next lesson. How about the student who resists moving on to your new activity? Help them visualize the potential of moving forward and setting goals. See how many jumping jacks they can do in 1 minute. Have them write down the number and then challenge them to do more in the second minute. For another goal-setting brain break, have your students put their arms out and slowly twist to each side, pointing to the front and then the back. Then ask them to take a moment to imagine twisting and pointing further before trying a second time. Students will be surprised at how much improvement they make. This is a concrete reminder that they can do more than they think they can, and the same goes for your new content. You can encourage the focus of high-energy students with quiet concentration games. Brain breaks like Silent Sphere help students pay attention to their surroundings. Give your students a soft, light ball and ask them to pass it to each other with no talking. Students must silently get a classmate's attention before tossing the ball. Next, make the game more complex, creating the rule that everyone must get the ball within 2 minutes, or that they cannot pass the ball to someone who just had it. Activities like these prepare students to listen and concentrate. Brain breaks like these help students to adjust as you transition to a new activity. It's a welcome chance to pause, stretch, and refocus. Try one before an upcoming lesson and get your students motivated to learn.
There are a variety of brain breaks that offer many different functions. Some are physical to get the student energy levels up, while others are stationary to help them prepare for a challenge. Mental adventure is a visualization exercise that inspires creativity and focus in your students. It is a great activity to use as you transition into parts of your lesson that require concentration. Start by having your students clear their desks and listen quietly while you tell them a brief story. Afterwards, have them describe what they imagined while you were doing so. Make sure the story is open-ended and leaves room for students to fill in the blanks. And that is why a year is 365 days long. Okay, instead of a basic journal entry, we're going to take our inspiration from the poetry of the spheres and try our hand at something new. We're going to write a lyric poetry response to today's lesson.
Whoa, that sounds tough.
Don't worry, we're going to get focused first with a quick brain break. Okay, everyone, I want you to clear your desk. I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to listen quietly and visualize what I have to say in your mind. Everyone ready? While traveling down a road, you approach a castle. As you get closer, you see a dragon keeping a watchful eye. In the valley beyond, villages dot the hills. After the story, call on volunteers to share their vision and ask them follow-up questions about specific sensory details. Then, watch as their creativity takes over. Okay, now think about what you saw. I really want you to see, hear, and feel the details of the story. Patrick, what color was your dragon? How big was your castle? What else did you see?
Well, the castle I saw was huge. It had a big door and really high towers. And there was a blue dragon that was soaring in the sky.
Wow, that sounds great. Arthur, what did you see? What did the sky look like? Could you feel or smell anything?
My castle wasn't very big, but there was a huge gate with a red dragon sitting next to it. There was a cool breeze and a rainbow. I could also smell the flowers on the side of the road.
Amazing. Thank you all so much for sharing. I love hearing the variety of your visions. Now that our brains are focused, let's talk a little bit about lyric structure. Before moving on, this is a great opportunity to explain the purpose of this particular exercise to your students. Not only are they getting a mental adventure during class time, but it will also get them ready for a new challenge or assignment that requires focus. Remember to keep your content school appropriate and to use this strategy in rotation with other brain breaks. You'll soon see higher quality creative assignments, better sharing and listening skills, and increased concentration in your students. Practicing this brain break will help prepare your students for any assignment or any adventure. There's a lot of work to be done in the classroom. The sheer volume can lead to student frustration and disengagement. However, by strategically using brain breaks, you can help your students refresh their minds and prepare to focus on the upcoming activity. So take the time to plan beneficial brain breaks throughout your school day because, well, we can all use a break. This month on Launch Your Classroom, we'll continue to focus on brain breaks. We'll take a look at how to choose the most appropriate type of brain break for your classroom dynamics. We'll sit down with an expert educator to discuss questions teachers have about brain breaks. Then, to finish the month, we'll cover some ways that you, yes you, the teacher, can take a brain break. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get our upcoming content. And check out launchyourclassroom.com for all your professional development needs. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on Launch Your Classroom.
And return to your resting position. Great form, you two. You really mastered the movement of the Den Daiko.
It was a lot of fun, and I'm feeling more energized. Hey computer, what's my current efficiency level?
Kyle, you are currently operating at 99% efficiency. Only 1 more percent until you are operating at optimal.
We're almost there. How about one more brain break? And Kyle, why don't you pick it this time?
Sure, let's do it. This will be perfect. Let's take a walk. When I was a classroom teacher, one of my students' favorite brain breaks was to take a quick lap around the school. It sounds simple, but it always helped them to refresh and refocus.
A walk does help to get blood flowing to the brain.
It's nice to get up from your workstation and move into a new environment. Always helps me come up with new ideas.
Heather, this device is incredible. and I really want to thank you both for talking me into doing these brain breaks. It's made a huge difference in the way that I feel, and I know it'll help increase the quality of support that I bring to teachers.
You're so welcome.
Always happy to help.
Whoa, would you look at that?
Kyle's efficiency is now at 100%.
We did it.
Guess you're about ready to get back out there, huh?
I think we can take a couple more minutes.